I think it's a nice pick out here. Looks like AI is already on the job. So thanks first of all the organizers. In such a nice summer sunny day, you guys have done a great job in making the event very comfortable. And thanks once again to giving us the opportunity to speak to such a good audience and in front of our colleagues and esteemed partners and customers out here. So I would also like to introduce my colleague Apurva Goel out here, and I think we have I think this is a topic I'm sure it's close to our heart, and it's also how we are, how a cybersecurity uh, should be built for AI, and at the same time, how AI will help for this in our cybersecurity framework. So now I think I don't need to tell. I think all of you guys are attending sessions, and it's last 3 years we have been hearing, how it's disrupting the way our network or security frameworks has to perform, and how exactly we should create our frameworks. But how it's coming really fast in the way the adoption used to happen, the way it used to operate. There were a lot of manual intervention used to happen. Now we are seeing that the new AI framework, what we have to build, should reduce the human errors. At the same time, it should increase the operational efficiency, and indirectly or directly, it somewhere costs the organization if in case we don't have the right efficient AI framework, or we don't have the right policies or configurations which may have. Which may have not which may have not worked properly. Now, when we see the cybersecurity framework, how exactly we have been building with the AI so far. So far we were building the AI models. We were working on the large LLMs or large models, which were it's more about how the model should look like, and we were continuously building with the AI. But now, the time has come, we should start working to build for AI. What I mean is basically how do we reduce the model, AI model, from large to shorten, and we have multiple framework or multiple models which are suitable for your different business outcomes. Now, obviously, it's what it means is how we make AI more efficient and helps in our day-to-day business outcomes. Now, this is just something to, I don't want to, go much in detail, but I just want to refresh for this audience here that what are the key components of AI. I think we know the data, which is very important, first component or important component. The data should reside securely within the organization. I think that's the first most important part, and it should be cohesive. Now, the second part of the component is the model. It has to be different models, depending on the business outcome. You create the model. It can be related to your, different functions or different outcomes you want to achieve within the organization. And the third part of the component, or the third component, is how you, depending on which model you choose, how you train it, and how you exactly bring the inference or outcome out of it. So basically, these are the three components, and very largely, I'm just covering the, for a refresh to each one of you, what exactly is how we have built the AI framework. Now, this is again from the preceding slide. It's just right from doing the data collection to the data processing, then we do the model training, then we go to the testing, and finally we come to the inference part of it. Maybe basically what exactly, what should be the, intended outcome of the framework what we have created. Now, since we have created some curiosity around how the framework should look like, but I would like to ask Apurva to give the Versa perspective, how exactly Versa Versa platform can help in leveraging your cybersecurity framework. Apurva.
Thanks, Abhishek. So here, in the next few minutes, what I want to do is, give you an overview of what Versa is doing in the AI, part of the world. We have been there into the networking and the security space for a long time now, and we are a recognized brand across multiple platforms. So giving you an overview of what Versa won, earlier when we started, it was just a simple SD-WAN solution, which was just budding from or taking the networks to the next level. We matured into the security part of it, and now we are a complete platform which gives you the capability of comprehensive end-to-end management of your entire network, be it the end user experience, be it the network, the security, or the cloud workloads that you manage, right? So at the very core of it is the unified OS, right? So what Versa is building is not something which is multiple products which are coming in from different parts of the world and being bolted on or maybe integrated into different into the Versa technology. We are building everything grounds up, right? So everything is inbuilt into the same OS, single OS. So this is a unified OS which gives the capabilities of routing, the traditional routing, the advanced routing capabilities. It gives you the security as well as the AI capabilities built into the single system, single OS. Now, why that helps us is, it helps us to get all of the data from all the components of the network into a single data lake. Now, all of this data, today is being managed by multiple NMS solutions, multiple, different point products which you might be using in your network. But then, collating all of that data, giving it to a single platform which can do the analysis of it and give you some insights about it. That is something which is still, in the making. Versa is already there, right? The next benefit what we get is a unified console and a unified policy manager. So, if we do not now depend on multiple different policy engines to define the same policy for someone who is working from home and the same user who is working from office. There is a single policy engine. You deploy across your network, the same policy applies. Whether the user is at home, they are traveling, they are sitting in your LAN network, anywhere, what kind of device they are using, it doesn't matter. All of that is taken care by a single policy, right? All of these, all of these things enable us to touch everything that is there in your network, be it from any location, any device, any user, or any cloud workloads that you are going to manage. Right. Coming to the different categories of products or the portfolio of products that we have the advanced security solutions, which include the latest and greatest of, say, the CASB and the DLP solutions, the UEBA, the remote browser isolation, and other stuff. We already have a very, very much mature and a working product in the secure service edge, which gives you, protection for your cloud services or for the remote workforce to connect securely to your network. We already, we are leading into the SD-WAN segment for the last 5 to 6 years in the, multiple Gartner quadrants and the various other organizations which are, giving the data to us. And now we have also moved into the SD-LAN part of it. Right, so we are just very close. The next hop from the end user is your LAN network, and that is where we are now making our presence felt. So now we are able to cover the end-to-end network for the entire organization. So we can protect you right from the end user perspective all the way to the cloud where your application resides. Right, and how do we do that? So that is something which we'll cover here. Right, so in a AI-powered SASE platform, when we talk about a platform, what are the different components that you would want to really see, right? So the first one is the threat protection. So threat protection, it has been the top of the town for quite some time. The CEOs and the CTOs of the world, right? You guys have a nightmare to, day in and day out. How do I protect the data? How do I protect my network from all the threats that are incoming? And now the threat actors have become more and more intelligent, right? So instead of using those point products or the traditional, IPS, IDS engines, the firewalls which used to be there, now all of these solutions also are now driven by the AI and ML-based detection models, right? So we are able to train the entire model in a way which understands, the signatures and the patterns for the last 10, 15 years, the known patterns. So by the time the data is moving out of your network from the very next hop of the user, it will be almost 90% scrubbed and it will be already screened. If at all there is a need, which is for any new kind of an environment where this is something which is unknown to this environment, only then it will be sent to a sandbox, which is again something which is going to sit in your cloud. It is going to be a large compute and the server space that you need, and then the processing is going to take some time. So when 90% of your data is already done, it is just that 10% that you need to send to a sandbox, and then you are still getting a comprehensive security in your network. We are also talking about the evolution of firewalls. Earlier we had stateful firewalls, the basic firewalls of zone-based or IP-based firewalls. We went into the next generation firewall model where the advanced capabilities of web filtering and other capabilities came in. Today we are talking about Gen AI firewall. Right, so generative AI firewall is something where there is an increased use of Gen AI tools by developers, by the sales teams, by the account teams, multiple use cases that AI is driving today. How do we protect that data from going to these AI tools, which are going to we don't know where exactly this data is going to be used. So AI protecting itself from another AI is something that Gen AI is going to do for you, and this is where we have some capabilities which we are building, and there is more evolution which is coming in the next future. Another one which is very important is the behavior analysis or entity behavior analysis. Now, a classic example of this is our famous or the infamous friend Mr. Snowden from CIA. Right, so he was a genuine user of employee of CIA who has the right to access the application which he's supposed to. He has the rights to download the application data that he's supposed to. But when he suddenly started downloading a lot of data, which was humongous as compared to a normal baseline, that is something where a UEBA would have helped, and the leaks that happened would not have happened. Right. So these are the use cases which UEBA is driving. There are multiple further use cases or advanced use cases which are also coming in with this. But this is something which is very primary to this. And then the next one after the threat protections come the data protection. Now data protection is again data is at the heart of the entire network that we are building today, and the data is everything for you. A data leak is something which is going to mess up the entire image of the organization. It has a lot of repercussions of a single data breach that happens. So AI/ML based models are going to help you to understand what is being shared over multiple channels. It can be a small Teams chat, or it can be someone using AI to just understand what is the meaning of certain piece of code. Whether that should happen, what level of code should be allowed to be there on the AI tools. That is something which DLP engines and advanced AI/ML based engines are going to do for you from the AI from the SASE platform perspective. Now, when we go to what exactly it does, right? It is giving you those predictive analytics, right? To understand, so this is the trained model which understands what has happened in the past, what are the certain areas of concern, and whether there is something which can be predicted by this AI based tool that maybe in the next 15 days or by the next month, these are some of the key concerning areas which can happen. Maybe a spike in the network, maybe an attack which happened in the past, and how do you protect that or how do you mitigate that risk is something which AI is doing today for you. So this is all based on the data that has happened in your network in the past. This is not something AI is going to do something new. It is just about collating that data, understanding that data, what happened, how do I mitigate what happened in the past, right? And then based on that data, we also have the co-pilots. So this is kind of a personal assistant, right? So for the entire in the networking community we know that, or security community we know, having multiple products needs multiple set of people who are experts into that. How do I make sure that some new product which I'm bringing in is going to be as easy as ABC for the user? That is what the co-pilot is going to do for you. So what we call it as a Versa Virgo. This is what gives you capability of conversing with a system, which is going to be going to use the information that is you can use day to day, right? So, for example, you can just simply ask, how do I configure a security policy to block a user? It will give you all the references. It can give you all the entire configuration that needs to be done. So instead of someone looking for that information into some of the support portals or from the engineer of the OEM, it is going to be a really helpful assistant, which makes your life easier. Your operational and efficiency is much higher, and it takes you to the next level of implementing the things in a right way instead of doing all the R&D that happens in your network, right? And then handing it over to Abhishek to take you through what exactly we plan on building into the next few months, future, how it looks with Versa AI.
Yeah, thanks, Apurva. I think for giving the perspective about Versa framework and how exactly our solution can help, in the cybersecurity framework while leveraging the AI. But I would like to stress upon a little bit how exactly Versa, platform is built upon. So if you see, there are three key components. We have the security services, then we have networking services, and then we have the AI ops built, and all are these all services are homegrown built, organically built, and it's not like a bolted technology by us while our industry peers. What they have done is they have acquired some technologies and try to integrate with their maybe point solution, and then try to deliver the services. But in our case, we have completely homegrown, built by our own engineering, and obviously we make it much tighter integration, and that's how we can. And on top of that, with a layer of AI. So obviously the inference can be much better. The outcomes are more predicted, and with less of anomalies. Now, what is Versa's AI vision is, as you can see, we want to build our platform, with AI completely into it, and while securing, it should be self-healable, it should be self-protecting, and without or maybe as minimum manual intervention, which is like today's framework to talk about. So very important part I just want to tell where exactly we are today is, as you can see, from the visibility, control, and secure connectivity first, what we are today and what we want to achieve tomorrow. As you can see the difference. So we want to build AI data flows, workflows, and it should be more inference based. So visibility should be more inference based. That's where we want to build, our framework. And when you see the control side, we are already there. We already have the complete, identity, posture, and network conditions we can read. Now, very important part is from the secure connectivity standpoint, as we transformed ourselves. If you look back 6-7 years back, we used to talk about IP-based routing. We moved gradually from IP-based routing to application-based routing or application-aware routing. Now, today, we are talking about AI-aware routing, and that's where we want to achieve. Now, based on the user sitting from anywhere in any part of the world, which device they are using it to consume the data, and how exactly they are connecting it. It can be a public network or internet, or maybe it can be home network. So AI should decide what is the best available route. So this is something we have achieved, or we want to achieve. There is as less human intervention, and AI should decide on what is the best available path for me. Now, I just want to give one final snapshot about what is Versa as an organization, and there are some industry accolades at the same time. So we are headquartered in US, but we are, as I mentioned, the engineering, which is completely homegrown. All the technologies are. We also have a headquarter outside US in Bangalore, and we are also one of the well regarded by the industry analysts. We are all present in all the three important Gartner quadrants. I don't want to cover everything, but we are around here. We have the booth here where we can answer most of your queries. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, we can take. Otherwise, the team will be around here.